How are you, crypto family? We're going to get very into XRP today, but before we do, I must show you this crazy tweet from 589. Hello, Donald Trump. Just a little reminder in case you somehow forgot. Let's get things done before XRP takes off like a rocket. No taxes on cryptocurrency. I'm going to be completely honest with you right now, folks. That's probably not going to happen overnight. However, this is where the possibilities in my brain simply blow up. Imagine this. What if our president had truly set a deadline and thrown down the gauntlet? Like, whoa, American-made cryptocurrencies are tax-free by this precise day. But no deadline, no sense of hurry, nothing. Check this out then. One day, this crazy notion might come to pass. Imagine this. I take it that our goal is to establish the United States as the world's greatest crypto kingdom. Here is what we would need to change the game. Eliminating such harsh taxes on domestically produced American cryptocurrency. Don't hold your breath for 2025 though. Most likely, it won't happen. But here's an incredible statistic from Tokenize. I'll wager my last dollar that about 90% of people learn about cryptocurrency through Bitcoin, Ethereum, or some incredibly bizarre meme coins. This rebellious, screw the system type of money is how people initially experience cryptocurrency, which is precisely why people are so dubious about its true usefulness, you know. However, consider this situation. What if newbies learned about cryptocurrency through legitimate real-world apps like Stellar, XRP, XDC, HBUR, Quant, and so on? I'm telling you, right now, our entire industry would look entirely different. But here's what really occurs. Ordinary people instantly think of meme coin pandemonium, NFT madness, and that insane price volatility everywhere when they hear the word cryptocurrency. However, the dramatic surprise is that the same volatility is actually what draws individuals in. They stumble into this area, get really lucky, gamble on a random meme coin that is trading for pennies, see it soar above $10, and then boom, they make a ton of money. This is the harsh reality. The majority of people are completely destroyed by meme currencies. Why? Because these are essentially sophisticated exit frauds that are just waiting to happen. But wait, imagine this crazy situation for a moment. What if these technologies emerged as groundbreaking, interoperable solutions rather than as joke coins? I'm referring to blazingly quick borderless payment systems that use decentralization to foster true confidence, essentially turning the world's digital trade upside down. DLT makes perfect sense at that point, doesn't it? But I experience this all the time. Your neighbor who has never dealt with cryptocurrency and has never heard rumors of XRP, XLM, or XDC is the subject of your conversation. As you describe these incredible real-world applications and what occurs, you become really thrilled. It just whooshes right past them, so you may as well be speaking ancient Martian. The majority of folks have no idea what's going on here, but you know what they do receive. You're going to make a lot of money over the next few months if you tell them to put in some money today that they fully comprehend. And to be honest, that's precisely why the majority of people who are new to the cryptocurrency space, even those that are acquiring XRP, have no idea what they're really getting into. Look, folks, they're completely clueless. However, this is what motivates them. You claim that if you invest some money today, your bank account will soar in a matter of months. All of a sudden, people are listening. For most people who are new to cryptocurrency, that is essentially the only thing that makes sense. Without knowing what's in their wallet, they're purchasing XRP at a dizzying rate. They're going to sell out too quickly, even though they know it will take off in the near future. The majority will sell their XRP in the middle of the rally. Then, horrified, watch it continue to fly without them. The entire gang, HBUR, XDC, XLM, IoT, AD, has the same tragic story. Speaking of things becoming out of control, the European Central Bank just revealed that the next financial crisis is imminent. I'll play this clip so you can hear the chaos for yourself. As you correctly pointed out, it's rather inflammatory, and I wasn't sure if I should actually start the conference. My spouse actually advised me not to take another position after this one, because I run the risk of causing yet another problem, because my career in public service has been filled with crises one after the other. Therefore, even though I am in a position where I can easily deal with hardship, we nevertheless ask ourselves, please note the next financial crisis at the end. Additionally, the question mark is meant to convey that we aren't. They are already aware of the impending financial tsunami. And you know what? Right now, you are actually sitting on the life raft. Furthermore, keep in mind that Christine Lagarde is more than just a talker. This entire time, she has been cuddling with Ripple. We are discussing our dinner discussions with Brad Garlinghouse from 2015 and 2016. People, this isn't a coincidence. But hold on till you hear what Chris Larsen has to say about us. You will be blown away by this. Take a listen. Maybe the next one won't happen because we still lack the infrastructure. And I believe that here is where digital assets may be quite helpful, because they can effectively address some of the main issues with global liquidity. To get past the clumsiness of the global value transfer, you have trillions and trillions of dollars locked up in liquidity. You can now free up trillions and trillions of dollars of capital that are currently tied up if you have a truly efficient digital asset like XRP, which is what we think will be the most efficient. Therefore, as a bank, payment provider, or business, you can make those transfers quickly without needing to have money pre-positioned globally. If we knew in 2008, pay attention when this man uses the word liquidity. See what occurs next. After saying crisis, he quickly switches to on-demand liquidity. Folks, that's no accident. In a sense, these men are giving us the playbook. As they sit there, they are fully aware of the impending storm. A vicious nightmare of liquidity that will completely destroy the banking sector. Imagine slow-motion banks collapsing like dominoes. Devastating collapse after collapse. However, there is a method to avoid this financial catastrophe entirely, which is a plot twist. Digital assets are essential to your survival. Indeed, this device has the potential to unlock enormous sums of nose money. As if we were discussing reintroducing all of that money into the financial system. But there was some significant news on Russia's sanctions just released by the EU. Additionally, they are targeting cryptocurrency platforms for the first time ever. Here we're examining their 19th set of sanctions, and the fact that they are now genuinely barring cryptocurrency transactions entirely makes this revolutionary. The BRICS countries are actively searching for their own payment alternatives, and those sanctions are the direct cause of this, to completely abandon SWIFT. Additionally, every BRICS nation already has Ripple's infrastructure locked and loaded. But really, these penalties just keep coming. First one sanction, then another, and then hey, yet another sanction. What comes next then? Russia makes a dramatic shift to something very different. That's precisely why, back in 2022, they immediately began discussing digital currency issued by central banks. Furthermore, Russia was already looking for a quick fix at that point. You see, I constantly criticize Coinbase for being really dubious. The problem is that if you're not Kevin Durant, your Bitcoin is probably lost forever. It would never be seen again. Take a listen. According to what I understand, you introduced him to Bitcoin at a very young age. Is that accurate? Are you the one who is at fault? Was aware of Bitcoin, but I did give him a gentle prod. Did you nudge him? He did, but how did you say no? In the year 2000, he called me in. On days 14 and 15, we spoke with our then manager of the company, who abruptly ended the call and told us to cease. Stay put, go backwards. How did you find out about Bitcoin? Then, actually, I'm just browsing YouTube, to you, and then I just kept seeing videos of seminars with people like this discussing cryptocurrencies and the state of the world. I was always interested in futuristic things, like how new technology might change the world, and I thought that was something that could be reliable and long-lasting. After all, 10 years have passed, and we're still discussing it. I lost him some money because yes, we had purchased it in 2014-15, but Ben Horowitz threw a birthday dinner for Kevin a year later, just before he signed with the Warriors, and the entire team attended. I said to Kevin at the end of the night, I heard the word Bitcoin 25 times tonight. The following day we began making Bitcoin investments. Thankfully, we haven't been able to locate the details of his Coinbase account, so we haven't ever sold anything, and his Bitcoin is skyrocketing. So the password was lost. No, they never sold, so they consider that a huge plus. They have thus had access to Bitcoin. They'll locate it within the account. Yes, they are still unable to obtain the password. No, they will discover it somewhere. I'm not sure. It's a Coinbase. It's a Coinbase. The password need to be accessible to him. You have it yourself, and they have a partnership. The game plan was covered in great detail, including Kevin Durant's trade to the Houston Rockets and his plans for the next Olympics. Additionally, you may view that on CNBC.com. For years, Kevin Durant's Bitcoin was essentially stuck on Coinbase. Brian Armstrong chimed in immediately after the video went viral saying, "Hey, we fixed it, account recovery complete." And Phil from ESA did a fantastic job. This feels like some kind of twisted joke, but it's real, he says. After being